Terror Troopers, it's me, Tara. We are going to watch Love is Blind, episode 9. I'm sure it's going to be full of drama. We're getting closer to weddings, which we all love. And I just can't wait to hear more about Nicole and Benaiah, because Sam came into that party and it was weird. So let's get to it. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, share this video with all of your friends. Let's get them on board with this reality train that I'm doing here on my channel. Also, if you haven't subscribed, obviously subscribe. We spread hugs, love, and laughter here, Terror Troopers. You know how we do. Thanks to Prepper for helping me edit down this video. Super appreciate you. And yes, I'm on Patreon. You can sync up with your own copy of Love is Blind and get a full-length reaction of me reacting to the episodes. So we have like a little TV night with me. It'll be so fun. Also, I'm eventually going to put up a question on the community page asking you guys, what reality shows do you guys want me to react to that are kind of like starting up in September? So you can maybe leave that in the comments as well. I would love to see what you guys are liking or what you're feeling. Click the link in my Instagram bio if you haven't already. We're in the last days of raising funds for a film that I am making. It's going to be super cool. I'm going to use practical effects. It's about zombies, but it's also about Sam Jones. I'm the lead character. I would love it if you guys would support me. I think that's it. Let's get to it, shall we? 9 days until weddings.
What a way to start the day. I am really excited.
What was that? You want to kiss me?
They're so cute.
A bit nervous.
Yeah.
I mean, a bit is an understatement if I'm honest.
Oh, really?
You know when you're so nervous that you're kind of almost like...
Bit sick.
Yeah.
I think it's more the unknown of how it's going to go, you know?
Wow, she's really nervous.
Because I lost, obviously, you. So I went to Germany. I think it was tough for my mum and sister to see me like that. I was pretty upset.
Awkward.
I've never felt more nervous about meeting a person's family and relatives.
Yeah, you should be a little nervous. I mean, they all know you chose Sam before you hurt Benaiah. Before you chose Benaiah.
He values his mum's opinion. I know he values his sister's opinion. Obviously, they care. They're coming from a protective place. I feel like, personally, it's a make or break.
Well, they're just going to be able to tell. Do you guys have great chemistry? And if they trust you, you know?
Nicole, meet mum and sister.
Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you.
They have names. Gabby and
Okay, so Eliza, Gabby. Yeah, okay.
Oh, God. This is a little bit of an awkward meeting. Like, I wouldn't want to be in there right now.
Baked from scratch.
Yeah. Help yourselves.
Crack on.
Oh, Mom looks pretty serious.
I think I'll start with the tune thingy. What was that?
Tuna, that's a good question.
Oh, she's...
Is that? I'm going to go for one of these.
This is so awkward.
How have you two been?
Good.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, surreal, huh?
Yeah.
The whole experience has just been... I mean, you know, because I came back from the pods, you know?
Yes, you did.
Oh, Mom. She is not holding...
Oh no, what happened? And it was really, wasn't it? It was just, and you know, when all the emotions come out, he couldn't eat. He couldn't really talk to him either. He just was so, have I done the right thing? And I just wanted to do right for you.
Mom is giving an Oscar-worthy performance, and I don't think it's a performance. She's just being honest.
Putting aside Ben, like, it was clear to me it just wasn't right with Sam. It wasn't a good situation. I don't think it was healthy.
I think it's hard for you to probably see that as well.
Now you know Ben is the right one. I want to know more about you.
Okay.
I was married before.
Were you?
Yeah. 3 years ago. So
gosh.
since then, I stayed single for 3 years.
Yeah. Have there been arguments, or is it been plain sailing?
Do you want to answer?
Mate, you crack on both.
Oh, God.
No, there's been it's been mainly about
Sam
situation.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, okay, bring it up, man. They got questions, I'm sure.
I know the guy. I know what I saw of him.
Probably seen that little bit of good that might be there, and just want to get rid of the situation and move on, isn't it? And then maybe you should do the same. Move on from it.
Oh, okay. At first I thought she was saying move on from it, like move on from Nicole.
What was the proposal like?
Which one?
Which one?
Too soon.
Too soon. I've never seen him like this, even with ex-partners.
Really?
Yeah.
It's refreshing. Yeah, it is. It's a good sign.
You guys.
Okay, I'm glad that's over, because that started out like, oh, holy tamale, this is awkward as all get up, and then it got better. It's good. It's good. I'm rooting for Benaiah and Nicole.
No, I'm a funeral director.
Sorry, what's that? A funeral director? Okay, fine. Yeah. In that industry, is it a little bit...
No, I love the job. No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not sad. Obviously, you're looking after people during the most difficult time of their lives.
Yeah, exactly. It's sad, but it's like a job. He's there for the ones that are still there.
Do you feel in your heart and your head, do you feel that's what you guys want? You want to get married? Or is there a few things that you want to work on first?
They got some stuff to work on.
I've formed this connection with Kat, and yeah, I do love her. And ultimately, yeah, I do want to marry the girl.
Are there any doubts at the moment?
I feel like I'm a bit more chilled than Kat, and I know Kat tells me, oh, you know, I'm not about going out and going to bougie places and doing all this.
But you don't drink and you don't go out.
Yeah, I'm not like...
Do you think Kat is high maintenance?
Kat, but you don't drink and you don't go out.
But yeah, I think she is a bit, yeah.
Good, he's being honest. Kat, you are a little high maintenance.
If, say, you think Kat is like that way,
No,
is that okay?
No, I don't think so, because I think that I would not satisfy her.
Okay, he's being honest.
And this is the first time you have vocalized this whole materialistic side of me. I don't live this life.
Yeah.
And it's starting to piss me off.
See what I mean? Like, nope, they don't get married.
This now, like, you're going to doubt it in months to come.
I get
And I'm proving myself day in, day out, and I feel like you're literally now picking on me.
It's not picking on you. You like a higher end lifestyle, Kat.
Do you want to get another drink at the bar?
Yeah, I'll get one, yeah.
Yeah, this is weird. I get that Kat is like mad because he's bringing it up now. He hasn't brought it up before, but...
He's worrying a lot, isn't he?
Yeah, we're talking about, obviously, when we get married, if we get married, and he's decided he wants a prenup.
I would too.
Should I be worried?
For me, it's a bit controlling.
Really?
Yeah.
Can't you just put a clause in the prenup, meaning like if we make it past 10 years, I got to get something?
What's in the contract, though? That's the thing. When you do a prenup, so everything will go to your sister, so you're effectively screwed.
Well, that's...
So in the prenup, you've got nothing of you in there.
That's what I'm saying. You have to have a clause. And she's saying, I don't think so. And I'm like, well, you have to look at it and be like, if we make it...
in 20 years' time.
Exactly. If we make it past 10 years...
Yeah, I'm screwed. You've got 2 kids.
I am owed, not owed, but like I should get something.
You never know what life brings at you.
I'm always going to be on eggshell.
Do you think that's a sign then that he's already thinking about potentially separating?
Yes, I think he's potentially thinking I shouldn't marry Kat. They're very different. He wants to sit in and watch movies, and she kind of wants to go out.
The two of them look absolutely gorgeous together, and I think he's actually a really lovely guy, Freddie. I would 100% be supportive of the relationship, but could he match her lifestyle?
No, he could not match her lifestyle.
And I felt he very much was.
He just
very
is
much
not.
Like, sit at home, beans on toast sort of thing.
Love him. Marry me, Freddie. I'll stay home all day.
In my heart, that it probably won't work, I'll be honest.
I think you're right to think that. You're a good friend with a good head on your shoulders, honey.
I think Chanel's such a sweetie pie. She's just so lovely. She's honest. And she's got so many wonderful qualities. Easygoing, open, lovely smile.
She gets your approval, the seal of approval.
Certainly. 100%,
Oh,
110%.
that's good. Good.
The further along we get, the better, the lighter I feel with everything going forward as potentially husband and wife.
I want a mum a bit.
That's so sweet.
I honestly love him so much.
Yeah,
I
and
really
I can
do.
see that as well. You put his needs first as well, whereas sometimes in the past his needs haven't been met. Because he is a nomad, like, he can't stay still.
Oh my God, Nicole looks so shocked right now.
Ben's family gave me the validation I need to tick another stumbling block from me saying I do. I'm conscious of the mistakes that were made from my first marriage. To what extent will he feel trapped?
Yikes. Like the fact that she's like, he's a nomad and I don't know if he can change is like, it's a little rocky.
But if you both feel it's right, then go for it.
Because like when you get married, you're kind of expected to settle down and not be as much of a nomad. I'm like, if Nicole doesn't want him out, I don't know, on traveling all of the time, right? Because they're married, that could prove to be very hard for Benaiah. I guess you kind of don't know till you get there.
Are you looking forward to meeting my family?
Yeah.
This isn't going to work. I don't think.
The one thing I am certain of is you know, my feelings towards you. and our connection.
I guess what I would say about my mum is she's a straight shooter. I never introduced anyone to my mum. This is the mum that used to go through my call log, call each and every single mobile number.
Oh my God.
Was a boy, she would block them on my phone.
Your mom was nuts.
She may say some things that are a bit, but that's just how she is. She wants to make sure that the person that's going to be my husband is going to be looking after me.
I love this like grave music they're playing.
She'll like analyze body language, but we can't hide shit. Let's be honest with where we're at, what our plans are for the future, because she'd want to know that.
I'm feeling a little bit worried.
This is the most intense meeting we're about to watch.
I'm really looking forward to seeing my sisters today. They're awesome, and I'm sure they're going to get on with Maria really well. You only bought one bottle?
Yeah.
He seems so disappointed about the one bottle. Also, why were you so disappointed? Don't you have wine there as a backup? You just expected them to bring it all?
When I say to people, like, oh, you know, you fell for someone behind a wall, and they're like, what? That's crazy. And I'm like, but I think that's really lovely. Like, you fell for someone for the right reason.
Did you think that before you did it?
Yeah. Falling for someone without seeing what they look like is, like, the nicest aspect of everything.
Yeah.
I went into it with a lot of cynicism, but it has been, like, life-changing. We've had a couple of disagreements and stuff, quite big ones, but...
Disagreements about, like, just general things, or, like...
Yeah, like he didn't like her being a makeup artist.
And I need to make sure that my husband is going to be able to look after me and the children. And that's how my dad was. That's how all my uncles have been. So that's when I need to make sure that you have us.
It's a lot of pressure.
First, we spoke about me moving into Tom's place.
Yeah.
But I am not 100% comfortable paying someone else's mortgage, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, okay. Good for you, girl.
What are we going to talk about that?
You never know what's going to happen. Like, if we're together for 4, 5, 6 years and then we end, I've just ended up paying, like, a huge amount of his mortgage. And do you know what I mean? It's like, happy days, see you later.
She has a point.
We're not compatible on, like, the basic lifestyle stuff.
What do you mean?
Equality. The worry is that that's quite a big thing, and there'll probably be other big things that we haven't had the time yet to address.
Yeah.
And
I think we're good with, like...
I mean, if he's all about equality and she wants the man to be head of household, I'm like, I don't think it's gonna work.
You seem very natural, and I love you. I think you're great. Honestly.
Oh, Meg.
No, seriously, like.
I just want to say cheers to family. It's genuinely the most important thing in your life. We love each other, and it means so much to both of us. So
maybe there's a way they can make it work, you know? I mean, I just don't. If he's all about 50-50, and she's very much not, he would have to change. I don't think Maria's going to change on that because it's more about her culture and what her family does.
Freddie needs to work out if he's 100%. I don't want him to have these doubts coming so close to the wedding. If there's no connection with my parents and Freddie, then that's a deal breaker on both sides.
I mean, they already look like they have a connection. Freddie's just a nice guy.
The thing that amazed me when we went to pick Catherine up, I thought, gosh, this poor baby's not going to know who we are. Perfect baby. She was really good.
Perfect.
Perfect baby.
Perfect baby.
We don't know what happened.
I just want to be 100% sure for Kat that I'm ready to sort of say, yeah, I do.
And at this point, he's not.
Your lifestyle and my lifestyle are different.
Yeah,
They're very different.
You know,
Which is not true.
Kat, it is very true that your lifestyles are different.
I think for me, it's really important that you have a relationship with you. I wanted a relationship with yourselves as well.
Yeah.
So that's really important to me. Yeah. I'm just trying to be honest throughout.
He is being very honest with the parents. He's not trying to like put on a mask of like, everything's great, because it's not.
I promise that I love her and I'll be there by her side if she wants me to be. So, yeah.
For marriage,
Freddie
you have
looks
to work
nervous.
as a
He
team.
keeps like swallowing really
They're
hard.
never easy.
Yeah.
Never easy.
I don't know that Freddie wants Kat to be his like team member, because she is pretty different, you know, from what he imagines in a lifestyle.
I don't know if I could move past
I think that's going to be hard.
I want to be excited for the wedding, but I don't know if there's going to be one.
You've got to let him have that space to think about it, and he'll come to the right decision.
Yeah, giving him space, I think, will help. Uh-oh, oh my God. This is the one we're waiting for. Intense mom. That was weird. He was like there and ready to hug mom, and she was like, I'm gonna hug my daughter first, and maybe not hug him at all.
Don't cry.
Oh, so nice to meet you.
She's,
How are you doing?
what's she doing? Oh, she seems like she doesn't want to hug him.
I am hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'll probably won't be able to eat much.
Okay. Shall we sit down?
Oh God, you guys, this is. I like don't know if she's gonna like storm out of there and be like, "Don't marry him," or.
How about past relationship? How many girlfriends did you have?
Not that many serious relationships.
Yeah.
My last one.
Not serious.
No.
How's your education, Bobby?
When I was in school, I struggled really to kind of concentrate. I ended up not going to university.
In this day and age, not a lot of people go to university anymore.
I know,
God.
but it's better to be
Oh,
with a person with a good educational background.
Feel the tension about education.
It's very difficult to communicate with a non-educated person. I'm very, very protective. I don't want her to get hurt again.
He's not uneducated. He just didn't go to university. Plenty of smart people don't go to college.
I've been through 2 failed marriages. I don't want Jasmine to go through that. So what's the future plan?
So the plan is, I mean, we
Because
talked.
you live far away.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Whoa. He's not doing anything. He just.
So I'm working remotely.
London price is so expensive, Jasmine.
I can make good money from sales, so I think we can afford it.
You can afford it.
Definitely.
Mom is pretty judgmental here.
And we're open to, in the future, maybe we will go abroad. I think that's a good thing. We both.
Abroad, but how about the family? I'm very much involved.
Maybe we don't want you to be that much involved, Mom.
We talk like sisters, and I said, if you have secrets, tell me first, not your friends. I am your friend. I am the best friend that you could ever have.
She's intense.
I don't want to be telling you, oh, Bobby and I had an argument because of the dishwasher.
No, but you have to tell me.
100%, but not every single, no, but not every single argument because that's going to put you off of him.
Exactly. She can't be telling her mom every single. What are you talking about?
We can't be doing these things where I'm telling you every single argument because you'll bring it up again.
No, I think you have to tell me. You have to tell me everything.
What? Oh my God, Jasmine's mom is controlling.
Seems so short to know a person and get married. The time is not enough.
I agree with you on that. It's a short amount of time. You know, I get that on.
Good.
Oh, whoa.
Are you sure?
This is so awkward and intense.
I am sure.
That's gonna be difficult though.
We already know that.
I respect her choices. However, words of warning.
What?
Be very loyal. And if there's something that, secret, everybody has secret.
What does that mean? Everybody has a secret?
Don't ever lie to me.
I think what mom should be saying is don't ever lie to your wife. Sure, you're the mom, but you're not like the third part of their relationship. Like, that's intense.
This is a lot, and I'm really getting a grilling here.
Yep.
I'm hoping that I'm passing the test. But if we are gonna make this work, there's gonna have to be some boundaries in place. This is gonna be mine and Jasmine's marriage, and not Marissa's.
Exactly. It's his and Jasmine's marriage, not Marissa, not Jasmine's mom.
I want to choose happiness.
How long will that last? I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I have.
She's a different person.
I guess this time around it feels like everything feels right. I'm not wanting anything more from him. He's already providing that for me without even me saying it.
That's good.
You're not getting carried away.
But I know I'm making the right decision.
You know how interfering, but at the same time, I'm very protective. I mean well.
How am I so emotional?
I get it. Her mom's just looking out for her. It's just like kind of intense, It's like, whoa, Marissa, you're not making yourself look really great and very warm and loving here. You're like really hardcore.
Jasmine means the world to me. She is my support. She's my best friend. She is everything to me. I will always be here to support you, whatever, no matter what happens.
It's really sweet when there's a mom and a daughter and they're best friends, but I also think, Mom, you should probably find some other best friends of your own, because I think it gets a little too suffocating when it's just, my best friend is my mom, and the mom's like, my best friend is my daughter, and you're like, you should probably open it up to some other people,
Hello. Yeah. I heard somebody was getting married. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Right now, I'm thinking Jasmine will make it, Nicole and Benaiah will make it there, and I don't know about Demi and Ollie. I think they will.
Today we're going to get you suited and booted so you look absolutely on point for the big day.
There's a lot of you, isn't there? Do feel slightly scared. Not scared, but I'm kind of imagining how your other halves have felt.
Her eyes are stunning. This host's eyes, like what?
So you arrived yesterday, and then you met Bobby straight away. How did that go?
I want to be.
Why is she delaying answering?
A little. I think it's normal to be worried.
Yes, boy.
I'm a very protective mom.
It is normal.
I raised this girl well, and I'm proud of her.
Okay, that's good. She said some nice things. We're getting there, Marissa. We're getting there.
After dating blindly, you formed a bond based solely on your emotional connections.
You've had a romantic getaway, you've moved in together, and your wedding days are round the corner.
So fast.
Will you be saying I do to the man that you got engaged to sight unseen, or will you choose to walk away forever?
Freddie's gonna walk away. There's absolutely no way he's marrying Kat.
Are you ready to decide, is love truly blind?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm now starting to think that Ollie will say yes to Demi, but I'm still like, there's still been some weird stuff in their getaway that he did that I was like, made me second guess stuff. And I don't think about Maria and what's Tom. I don't think that's gonna, I think that's gonna be a no. But she'll say yes. Oh, hey girl. Oh, she looks great.
Having the dress, I think that kind of really
cements it.
Yeah, sets it. Like this is what I'll be wearing on my wedding day.
Stephen is a very lucky man.
I'm very lucky too, though.
Oh, it's sweet she said that. They're a good couple. They're both like, I'm in, which I think is how it should be.
I just feel really sexy as well.
That's a great dress on her.
I really want to make the most of this and give it the best shot that we can. And this today is the longest that we've spent apart from each other in 3 weeks.
How do you feel about that?
Really missed her today.
Oh, that's a good sign. He missed her massively. All right, I like to hear that, Tom.
Stunning. Beautiful.
I honestly think it'll just be the finance conversation that may pull them apart, where Tom is just like, I can't be the sole provider, the head of the household like you want me to, where I take care of everything, because he believes in more 50-50. And that's kind of like, that's like differences in moral codes, right? Which is kind of hard to change.
It's stunning, like it suits your figure perfectly.
Are the sequins not too much?
No, it's perfect.
No, girl, you look great.
Well, she genuinely makes me so happy. Like, I can't, like, honestly, I know it sounds cheesy, but just like waking up to her every day, I don't care what we've got on that day, I know I'm gonna have a good one.
That's really nice to hear from Ollie.
If I didn't go through this experiment and this experience, I would keep doing that, and actually that's not healthy. Insecurities, seriously, get rid of them. It's actually just ridiculous.
You're beautiful inside and out, and you are an amazing...
You speak it, Demi, get it.
I look up to you and Dad. I look up to, like, what true love is. You've
That's
set the
sweet.
example of how to love, and that's what I want.
That's really sweet. Now I'm like, I feel like Ollie and Demi will make it.
I've got a loving family. I mean, have you seen my dress? I'm ready to get married to anyone. I'm joking. I'm joking, Ollie, don't show that to him.
I love what you said about like, just get rid of judging yourself, like the judgments that you do. When you look yourself in the mirror, just think, I'm smart, I'm beautiful, I'm funny, I'm cool, let's do this. I mean, I'm good at saying a lot of the opposite of those things, but we gotta focus on the good because we all got it in us.
I'm so happy to be standing here and say, you know, Freddie's the one. He is a life changer, and he's going to be part of the family, for sure.
I don't know, you're saying that. You're saying for sure. Now I'm like, I don't know.
I've got you on my mind again.
I honestly think it's going to be so much fun. Like, I think it's going to be like one big party.
I'll be nervous up until the vows. After that, the shoes are off and the dance moves are coming out.
Love that.
The first time you see them as well.
Because it should just be a celebration, right? A wedding is a celebration of two people sharing their lives together. I like what he's saying. And I also think, like, your nerves are obviously going to be there, but I don't think they should be nerves in regards to, is this person right for me? Like, and if you're 50-50, I think maybe don't get married.
You know, having Dot there as well, like, it was just amazing. She's so excited.
Lachay, good, that's nice to know.
You must have been happy, though, because you were with your friends.
Yeah, Freddie looks like he's kind of thinking about what she's saying.
I love you, and the connection we have is real.
I just feel lucky. I still wake up to you every day, and I'm like, oh my God, that's Freddie.
His nerdy little laugh. It's cute. I can't tell from Freddie's pickups whether he's like head over heels or if he's just still kind of thinking on it. And I feel like he's still kind of thinking on it. Oh, she's good. Dunk it, girl.
And I want that kind of marriage, and I want to be able to bring children up into a happy household. Do I think Ollie's the person that I could do that with? Yeah, I do.
I really love them now. Like Ollie set me off of him at the little escape, the vacation time, but like now I'm with them. I'm on their side. I feel like they're gonna make it.
How are you feeling about your brother giving you away?
I'm so happy because the thing is, when people say, well, who's going to walk you down the aisle when you get married, it would always have been my dad and my brother. Even if my dad was still alive, it would have been Dad and Hisham.
Really?
Because
I mean, if I ever got married, I'd be like, it's going to be me. I'll walk myself down the aisle, you know?
the things that I thought I should be ashamed of and like the things that I thought like that's not normal, like don't do that. You very much taught me it's okay to be like that, and you've definitely helped me a lot.
I do feel like we are closer now to marriage than we ever have been.
Yeah.
Now maybe I am with them. Like they might actually make it. I just still am like the financial stuff.
I'm honestly feeling very, very blessed. When you care about someone, when you love someone, you have their back. So there's no doubt in my mind that as a married couple, that you would have my back, you'd be my rock. So
He really would. Benaiah would be a good person to have in your corner.
I had to go through this experiment to grow, to realize things about myself in order to be ready for marriage. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to have the most amazing future with Bobby.
I think a lot of these people like needed to go through this experiment to like learn about them before they were actually ready for marriage. And now they're a lot closer.
Day I make a real big decision.
Is
it I do, or is it like I do but not for now?
I do, but not for now. What?
You stole my mind and my heart, and now I give you my unconditional love.
I know my answer. Don't know hers.
What?
I just feel like I can't think straight.
Do you take Ollie to be your husband?
Maybe we're just not right as a couple. We're better as friends.
What?
Of course. I can't keep doing this. It's too emotional today.
From the moment I heard your voice, I knew this was going to be special.
He does not look excited. He looks sad. Oh my God. You guys. Holy pause. This. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now that they show us what's coming up, the sneak peek, now I'm going back thinking I was right initially, maybe about Ollie when he's not, maybe we'll, as friends, we heard that in the pickup for what's coming up. Then I'm like, I didn't really trust him. Even though they seem really great. Wasn't sure about it. And now with that, with seeing Freddie's face at the altar, he literally looks like sad. And I'm like, I initially said in the beginning of this, I was like, I don't think they're going to make it. Maria and Tom, maybe they're throwing us off the scent with the editing, because I still go, those financial things, they're too big. I don't think Tom can commit to her because Maria needs something totally different than what Tom has ever been willing to give or has ever given. He just does a 50-50. And that is such a big thing, financial stuff. The only reason they're not showing us Steven and Sabrina is because they're solid. They're obviously going to say yes. But was extra weird and has me stressing is Benaiah's like, I'm sure of my answer. I'm not sure about hers. But that could just be, she's got to say yes, right? Or is she just like wackadoo wild and needed to move on to Benaiah after Sam because Sam was weird and needed to give it a try. And now she has. And is she going to walk away from Benaiah? That would make no sense to me. That would be completely insane. I mean, I don't really know much of what we learned from this episode, except to say that Jasmine's mom is intense AF. Also, I mean, come on, Mom. You don't need your daughter to tell you everything. That's absurd. I think it's a little too much. I'm glad you guys are close and you're best friends, but I'm like, some stuff should stay in a relationship and not go over to telling mom. Come on now. That was quite the grilling. But when you see Jasmine and Bobby together, I mean, he treats her really well. They seem to really, really love each other. Like, I also think, I don't know why I'm yawning so much today, guys. I think it's like allergies. Like, I'm not bored. I'm just like, what in the F? It's got to be allergies. I think that Bobby and Jasmine are probably going to be a yes as well. But I still don't think that Freddie would be very happy with Kat. Because he's already said, like, oh, when she snaps at me, and also, she goes out a lot, and that's not his lifestyle. He's fine to, like, not be bougie and be in sweats and be at home and watch TV. And Kat is not really that person. And she got so defensive when he used the word bougie or, like, going out, and she's like, but it's not like I do it all the time. I'm like, but you don't have to be defensive about liking nice things and wanting to go to nice brunch and nice dinner and liking to go out and go to experiences. It's not a bad thing. It's just, you guys are just different. That's all that it is, So I found it a little odd how defensive she was. And I think in seeing Freddie, he just doesn't look as happy as he could be. I just really think he's a sweet guy. And I feel like if he found someone who was a little closer, better match to his lifestyle, that it would go off like without a bang. It's also a super awkward that like Kat brings her friends and then they all start laughing when they ask him like, what's your job? And he's like, why is that funny? And I'm like, yeah, it is a little bit like he's a funeral director. Like, it's kind of a joke. But the thing is, I don't know that I've ever heard Kat say something really funny. Meaning, like, it would make more sense with the relationship with Demi and Ollie if they were laughing and they're like, he's a funeral director. But that holds more weight between Kat and Freddie. Meaning, like, she doesn't really, it's not like she doesn't like his job. She maybe just doesn't quite understand it. And the fact that they were all sort of like laughing about it and made it feel awkward, it was awkward to me. That felt weird. And what else? Oh, yeah, with Maria and Tom, I mean, I guess I've already said that. But the financial stuff can really get in the way of things. Benaiah and Nicole, I have a lot of belief in them. I just think that they do make a great couple. And it was great to see. I don't know why I have to keep stifling yawns today. Like, this is absurd. Like, what's happening to me? I still like when you look at Nicole, right? When she's kind of sitting there with Benaiah, she like either always has like a smile on her face or she kind of doesn't, or she makes like really extreme facial expressions. And I'm like, wow, that's really extreme. And that's why I'm thinking like, maybe that's why she didn't sniff out Sam and the like that he wasn't genuine, because she seems like kind of on one end of the spectrum, right? Like, and I think that that's why Benaiah is good for her, because he brings like her, I think, a sense of peace and a calming side. Because Benaiah just seems like, I mean, if you hang out with Benaiah, he just seems like he would make you feel calm and grounded, I think. I am a little worried about his nomad side, and I assume Nicole would be worried about it too, because it sounds like she wants to be more settled in a marriage and have Benaiah there with her and not be like running off a bunch, right? So I don't know, man. Ugh, we just got to get to the next episode. That's it. I mean, we just got to move on. I love you guys. Make sure that you leave a like, leave a comment, obviously subscribe, share this video with your friends, get them on board with me. If you didn't already know, I'm also watching Love Island. You can go watch those reactions. I'll be watching a lot more reality as well on this channel, so stay tuned. Don't forget about Patreon. Click the link in my Instagram bio. Support the film that I'm making. I love you guys. Never forget to spread hugs, love, and laughter, and I will see you on the next one.
Today is a stag do. 6 stags together, essentially.
Stag do. We should call that a stag do in the U.S. I like that. The stag do.
Today is about enjoying one big final night of fun before we get to the wedding.
They probably just call it having a bro hangout. Stag do sounds way better. Oh my God, that's so cool. You can drink on that?
There's at least 3 people not pedaling here.
I'm pedaling. I'm pedaling.
Oh my God, you can burn off all your beer. This is the best invention ever. Stag, 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 stag.
I love a party. I feel in my element, like I'm around people that I love and care about. But my hen do. Sometimes I feel like I just want to pinch myself, like, is this real?
What's a hen do?
No, I didn't. But oh my God, that I'm here. Yes, I am.
It's my hen do. Like, does she mean like it's my party? Like my pre-party before I'm married? I don't know. Dang, that guy's got a lot of abs. He's really whipping around on that thing.
Your relationship, and I was at mum boundaries that you're not going to be involved in our marriage, but like with the kids, 100%.
Well, knowing your mum, she will involved with everything.
Yeah. Knowing your mom, she'll be involved in every little inch of it. She was so intense.
You crying is going to make me cry, and Carol cry, and Kat crying. Oh my girl.
There'll be no crying today.
It's just so overwhelming.
I know it's overwhelming. It's massive. When I speak to you, I see how happy you are. You're glowing. Honest to goodness, you deserve, Stephen, and you deserve every ounce of happiness that is coming your way.
Who deserves love more than you?
I'm a wee bit jealous. Not gonna lie, because he's always going to take my place, but here we are.
I love how she was like, I am happy.
And I think in that time will really show me, like, is he going to make the effort? You're not actually not meeting his family until the day of the wedding.
What?
That's huge.
Yeah,
it's huge. Loads of emotions.
Family is everything, right?
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize she hadn't met his family.
As a person, everything clicks.
Who's up first?
Okay.
Who's up first? Look alive then, bro.
I'm still stuck on the fact that Demi hasn't met Ollie's parents or his family, you know, like... That's cute.
There's so many strippers here.
So many strippers, you got strippers.
Like guy strippers as well. Like
Guys, strippers, of course.
Yeah, well,
Tell them to keep their hands up for you.
well, you're gonna have a stripper when you get home, so.
Wow.
Ooh, girl, get it.
Have you actually got stripping?
Yeah, like the strippers here, they just won't leave me alone.
I'm thinking about Demi right now, bro. I swear to God, I've done this as long as I've been away from her for ages. All I can think about is like, oh, I wonder what she's doing. I wonder how she is, and just shit like that. It's weird.
That's sweet.
And then even when I met her parents, who've been married for like 16 plus years, they were together before they got married for like 16 plus years, right? I'm worried about missing out on that blueprint, that foundation of like really taking our time. That's the only thing that's making me like...
He's like too nervous. It's moving too fast, which, I mean, I'm sure they all are, but it's kind of what you signed up for.
When we were on the beer bus earlier, it was amazing, but everyone's speaking like in such positive terms about their other halves. And that's exactly how I feel about Maria, but...
Okay.
Have you asked him if he's ready for marriage?
Yeah, he said
And
yeah.
he says yeah.
I asked him the other night, are you sure you're ready for marriage?
He says
said
yes. Well, take it as a yes then.
I want to marry Freddie. Like, I generally, like, this guy's amazing.
He wants to get married. He might not be 100% want to get married to you, Kat. Like, there has been some issues, but I guess we'll see. Oh my God, she looks like Jessica Rabbit.
I'm having the best time with my girls. It means so much having them here. I'm just loving the fact that they're being able to experience this with me.
Whoa, Kat was grinding.
Obviously, there's a lot of people here that mean a lot to all of us. So I want to do a toast to our past, our present, and our futures.
All right, legend.
And this is just one chapter in our book.
On to the next one.
You know I love you.
I love you too. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to struggle.
We'll be good. We'll be fine.
You just said I'm going to struggle. You mean being apart?
Aw, you're going to miss this.
Yeah.
I feel like Freddie and Tom are going to be like, they'll miss them, but they're also like, I need time on my own to figure out if I want to marry, right?
My first night away from Freddie since leaving the pods. It's weird. I miss him so much. However, he actually put this in my suitcase.
Aww.
says, with you always, Freddie.
That is so sweet, Freddie. Shut up.
Starting to hit me now, the situation. Yeah, I miss him loads. And I just want to see him. And it's not even a day one.
Oh, I really do hope it works out for her and Freddie. I just, at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if it will.
I woke up this morning to all these messages being like, it's your wedding day, which is nuts, like absolutely crazy. Maybe Mrs. Smith in a few hours, who knows?
Whew. Sorry, guys, I'm not like reacting as much. It's so hot today in the valley and in this studio currently, so it's making me a little like...
Always believed I didn't want to get married. In the last few years, when I met someone who I thought, oh, I could actually marry this person, and then they obviously turned out not to be who I thought they were.
I feel like the love I've got for Sabrina and that she has for me is a forever thing. I love you. Will you marry me?
They're like the most rock solid couple. These guys are like, you know, they're going to say yes at the altar. They're going to be I-doing all over the place.
Stephen loves Belfast and he's very open to moving there. We just need to figure out where we as a couple and individually we thrive.
I think we'll probably end up living in London for the first couple of years.
It's nice that like he's willing to pick up and move, or they're willing to move just with each other. It's great.
And I think together, you know, we could be an unstoppable force, and I think that's an incredible place to be.
How are you feeling internally?
Nervous.
Dang, that place is nice. They got like a full-ass castle for that wedding.
Oh, my God.
Come on then.
Me now. You look lovely.
Aw.
I appreciate you both being here, obviously. I never thought...
No, well, we're not going to miss our son's wedding, are we?
But I didn't think it was happening anytime soon, and I didn't know.
Neither did we. We just want you to be happy.
That's sweet. He has sweet parents. I feel like parents who don't say, like, I just want you to be happy to their kid are, like, weird parents. You know? That's just how it should be.
I just love that I know that with Stephen, every single day is going to be incredible.
She looks great.
Am I ready to get married? I want to say yes, but it's a big leap of faith.
Dang. They keep us, like, on the hook here with these two. Because they're the only ones that I thought were really solid. Which I think they are. It's just wild to hear her, like, kind of go back and forth.
How are you feeling? Good, really good. I'm happy with the decision I'm about to make. At this point now, what's meant to be will be. Yeah.
God, they both are going to say I do. I just have to believe in my gut instinct. This is what we come here for, the weddings. She looks so pretty.
You ready?
I'm ready. Are you? That's the real question. It'd be grand.
Just got real.
Yeah, it's real, girl.
This love that you give and you share with no expectations is true love. True love can and will conquer all.
Yeah, baby. Love is all you need.
I stand here a lucky man who is grateful for our journey and is excited for what's to come. I promise to always make you my number one, to be the hug before you realise you need it.
Aw, that's sweet.
I promise nothing less than a life full of crazy good chapters as we grow old, hand in hand. You stole my mind and my heart, and now I give you my unconditional love.
It's a good speech, Stephen.
And I want you to know that I choose you today and every day for the rest of our lives. I love you.
If they don't say I do, I mean, I'm getting a little emotional. I'm gonna be a little bit wrecked about it because I really believe in them.
Do you take Stephen to be your husband through all the challenges and opportunities that life may throw at you?
I don't normally get emotional when watching the weddings, but like I feel emotional right now.
Do you promise to always prioritize your marriage above all else?
Come on.
I do.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pleased to introduce to you all
Y'all, that made me emotional.
Mrs. Smith.
Oh my God, right, Mr. and Mrs. Smith? That's a great movie. That's their name? I love it. That one made me cry.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith in the house.
I love that.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce the new Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
It's so cool. Like, I want to be a Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Be like, that's so cool. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, come on now. It's such a badass movie.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I love you.
Oh, that's where Angelina Jolie fell in love with Brad Pitt. I tell you, if I had a wedding cake, I wouldn't want any fondant. Like, I get it that it keeps it for longer, but I don't like fondant at all. I hate it. It's like, it makes it look good. But have you ever eaten it? It's not good. All right, so this one is dicey. Maria and Tom, I don't know. I
think Tom would be an amazing husband. I know I'd always feel safe with him. I'd always feel secure with him. He is literally my best friend and my fiance in one.
Oh,
That's what it feels like. It genuinely feels like I'm just with my best friend.
that's really sweet. I just feel
I've been looking to marry someone, I guess, for my whole life, but certainly in the last few years, it's become incredibly important to me.
like Maria's saying all these amazing things, and Tom is kind of not.
Oh, so happy to see you. Hi.
Oh my God, I've got lipstick all over your leg.
Oh my God, I remember that. He looked like the Joker when that happened. That was rough.
We've got so much going for us, but we also know that we have some challenges that we have to overcome.
Oh, he's way too nervous for this. I don't think he's gonna.
I was a little bit judgmental when I first heard what you did.
So weird that he was judgmental just because, like, she was a makeup artist. It's like, come on now.
I've always said throughout this whole process, I want to meet someone that makes like the really mundane things in life more exciting.
Yeah.
And she is someone that genuinely makes those moments better in my life.
What about how he feels about her? He's kind of saying, like, she adds this and she loves me unconditionally. God,
Coming on this experiment, I had a pretty clear idea of what marriage meant to me, and it's about making a lifelong commitment to somebody that you love. I just need to make sure that I'm making, the right commitment to the right person.
See what he's saying? He's not saying that I'm head over heels, that I'm in love with her, and yet Maria's on the couch crying, saying Tom is perfect. I love him unconditionally. I'm in love with him. And he's like, I'm just need to make sure I'm making the right decision. Our stuff with finances are way different. I'm like, there's no way he's saying yes. There's no way.
It's something which I do really want, and it feels weird emotionally because, like, we're not 100%. And I know that when we're at the altar and I'm seeing her walking down the aisle, like, it's gonna be
Quite an intense emotional
on.
experience.
He just does not make me feel steady in this relationship. He just keeps saying it's not 100%, and there's all these things that don't add up with us, and it's tough to, like, hear it with what she's saying, and she's just like, it's great,
But there are certain things that we think will crop up in the future, and whether we can make it work, that's what our fear is.
Yeah.
He's like my comfort blanket. He just calms me down, and he always puts my mind at ease. Like, he is amazing.
Well, just cheers to you, cheers to Tom, and we're really, really proud of you.
Thank you, Philippa. I love you.
Love you.
It just makes me emotional seeing people who are just so, like, there for their loved ones, that are just like, we'll support you no matter what. I just think it's so sweet, Maybe I'm just extra depressed today, and that's why I'm crying a lot. Y'all know I deal with anxiety and depression.
I feel all over the place emotionally. I do feel excited. I just want to see Maria. Like, it's been ages since we've seen each other, so.
It's a good sign. I just still feel like he's not saying much. Like, he's not making me feel like he's gonna say I do. I just don't know.
All I ask for you is to look after Maria and respect her.
Yeah.
That's all I ask for you.
I promise you.
That's all.
I'll do you proud.
Thank you.
Okay.
If he doesn't say I do after all of that, I don't know. Ugh, God, I'm such a mess. Sorry, guys.
A really powerful word to me, just because of how my mum raised me, and obviously my mum's not here.
Neither is mine.
The most, like, warm, wise person. She really feels like a mother-in-law to me. It's crazy.
I think it would feel so wild if I was marrying someone and their mom was like, oh, day one, like, you call me mom. I would be like, like, it would just feel, there'd be a lot of emotions attached to that, because on my side, everybody's dead.
Oh my gosh, you just look stunning. Oh my goodness, look at that figure, beautiful.
His jaw's gonna hit the floor when he sees her.
She looks gorgeous. He better say I do. I'm just gonna be I don't know, though. I feel like he won't, and he might be like, I still want to do this with you. I don't know.
It's the hardest thing about losing a parent when it comes to things like this, because you know they're never going to be here to see it. I really wish my dad was here.
I really felt for her because my mom died about 7 years ago, and mi abuelita died about like 13 years ago, and they raised me. So I get it.
It would be an amazing match for me. There's absolutely no doubt about that in my mind.
He just keeps saying like she would be. And I know there's editing involved and, you know, producers and stuff like that, but God, I don't know what's going to happen. I really just feel like with Tom, he doesn't know what he's going to say. And if he does say I do, it will solely be based on how he feels when he sees Maria walk down that aisle.
Hello, everyone.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Deep breath.
You got this, dude.
I don't know why that makes me emotional. It's like her sister is asking him if he's okay and kind of like just being like there for him.
I'm so proud of you, sis. And you look absolutely beautiful tonight.
I love you, thank you.
I love you.
I love you, thank you.
Most of you are probably sitting at home not being a wet mess like me, but now you know someone who cries during the wedding. So I can be the emotional one. You can be the one with your shit together today.
I can only look at everything in a positive. I found Tom. He's the most incredible man. Marriage is literally just supposed to be your person. Like, whatever the future holds, like, I'm ready for it, and I'm ready to sort of go into it with Tom.
I love everything she's saying, and I'm just so, like, I'm so torn that, like, he didn't say anything close to that. We'll see what he looks like when he sees her.
How you doing? All right?
Yeah, well, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good, mate.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
Oh, Tom, please just, like, I don't know, do what's best for you, but also I'm just like, oh, God. I hope he says I do.
You've shown me your love unconditionally, and it really helps that you're so beautiful, both inside and out.
That's all he had to say. He didn't say, I love you so much, I'm in love with you. There's no way he's going to say I do. He's not going to be able to do it. I'm kind of mad at that speech. If he does say I do, I'm like...
Someone who lets me be 100% me without judgment. I really wish you could see yourself how myself and so many others view you. You're an honest man and you consistently inspire me. I love you.
I love you.
Okay.
Tom.
Oh, they're going to ask Tom first. Okay.
Do you take Maria to be your wife?
He looks way too nervous.
And be her source of comfort and support,
no
matter what challenges life may bring? And do you vow to cherish and nurture your love for her?
He's not even looking at her in the eye. There's no. If he says I do right now, I'm going to be stunned.
I love you.
But
we've had some differences in values, and I haven't had enough time to really understand how those differences will affect our life day to day.
Oh my God. And he didn't even I know that this is how the show goes, but he didn't even say but maybe they could continue outside of this. That's all he had to say. I wonder if she knew this was coming. That's why she was crying so much in her pickups, you know?
I wanted to get married, I wanted to be a wife, and I feel incredibly sad that I didn't get the ending that I always sort of pictured for myself. But I know it probably wasn't the right time for both of us.
Okay.
I think I'm just shocked.
Yikes.
You okay, yeah? Yeah, no problem. Good.
I mean, I saw that coming. I feel like she had an inkling before, and maybe that's why she was so tearful in her pickups and in her stuff that she was saying before they got married.
Maria and I had children. My concern would be that if I had a boy, she would teach him to kind of pay for most things when my lad would be dating for the first time. Likewise, if I had a little girl, then I wouldn't want that little girl to expect that the guy pays for everything. I'd want to raise that girl as a strong, independent woman that contributes herself. And I just don't think that we had enough time to really kind of address all of those things.
That's the thing I said. I was like, that's gonna be the breaking point, right? Because it's he's not going to sway towards that way, and she's not going to sway the other way. It is very strong in her culture, how it goes in their family. That's a hard thing to overcome. Financial stuff is at the top of the list for a divorce. So it's sad, but it's a good thing that they didn't go for it. Man, I did call that. I think I was like, I don't think Tom and Nicole are going to make it. After he judged her about makeup artist stuff, I was like, no way.
The day that I've been waiting for a very long time.
Now, this one I didn't have a lot of faith in because after I saw Ollie at the vacation spot, but...
Marriage is a massive deal. The closer you get to it, you do overthink quite a lot of things.
Yeah. But they do operate like really great friends. I just don't know if like the relationship, the serious types.
I make a real big decision.
The serious type of things that you need in a relationship are there for their marriage, for Ollie and her. I don't know, or if it's just like a friendship, because it's kind of just feels like a really good best friend type of a thing. I don't know.
She's an amazing person and someone that I can see myself spending the rest of my life with.
Okay, I'm glad he's saying that.
You know, even though we knew we were leading up to this day, the whole thing's kind of swept me off my feet a little bit. And just like I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to say yes. Maybe she won't either, because she's independent. She knows, I think.
But we have hardly had communication, really and truly, since leaving the apartment.
Really? He hasn't spoken to her?
24/7 with each other, to not speaking.
Oh, this isn't.
The lack of
no.
contact in the time apart.
No, you're not going to get married. That is, nope.
Oh, it's just a lot to think about.
You're overthinking it a bit.
Am I?
I think so.
My head and my heart are not aligned.
Okay.
That is scary because it's like, which one's going to take the lead when I'm standing in front of Ollie?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hey, I'm glad that it's like she's also unsure, because he is definitely unsure, I think.
So, bro, how are you mentally? I don't feel like myself right now, man. You don't? Nah. I need to get back into my mode.
Yeah, they can't get married.
He's looked out for me many a times, and he's still looking out for me now, and he kind of just reassured me that everything's going to be okay. I'm sure Demi's probably going through the same roller coaster of emotions as I've been.
I don't think they're not supposed to not have contact, right? Because we saw, what's her nuts call Bobby.
My confidence is literally shining through me.
You look incredible. Oh my gosh. The nature of this experiment is stressful, and it can test you at times. She has showed great patience, because there's been times when I haven't been at my best and I've been frustrated.
Yeah, this is the scene I'm talking about.
I know, but everyone's coming at me like
this was a lot. It was too much.
I'm sick of being villainized. Like, I don't want to be alone. I'm done with it.
And he just like leaves her behind. I was like, bro, I don't think he's ready for marriage if he does that. I'm like,
we haven't known each other that long.
I've solely come here to focus on finding a husband, but I don't want to feel that there's doubts or there's cracks.
And that's what she feels. She feels doubts and cracks. And he is not, I don't think he's ready. I don't think either of them are going to say, I do. I really don't at this point.
I'm going to strut down that aisle. I want to get down there now. Like, I can't get more ready than I already am. If anything, my haircut's going to start growing out. So I just want to get down there now and get things popping.
Yeah, they're not. There's no way, right? I mean, I'll be so surprised if they say yes.
Amazing.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, damn, you look beautiful.
Oh,
You look beautiful.
Oh, my God, Demi. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, do I look good?
What do you mean look good?
I feel beautiful.
Her dad makes me cry because he's like, remember him saying, he's like, she's my best friend. Like, that's like his buddy. And I'm just like, oh.
I am very much in love. I need to just make the right decision for me and for Ollie.
Yeah. I just don't know if he is the right decision for her, right? Because they've just been so much in this bubble. And when they've opened it up and other people have been around, Ollie has been unpredictable in ways, which would keep me on my toes.
It's almost go time. We're about to find out whether I'm ready to be a husband.
Huh.
I've imagined this day before, but it didn't look quite like this. It's all gonna hit home when I see her. You know, who knows what I'm gonna say.
You're not gonna say I do. He's not.
I'm proud of you. I can't believe you're a baby, but I'm losing you.
I'll always be a little girl.
And you won't be a loser, because I really don't think they're gonna say I do.
Look at you.
You look incredible.
Yes, I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you.
Ugh, God. I need to be on more antidepressants, huh? I don't think I normally cry at this show like this. Like,
Demi, would you like to go first?
Of course, why not? Ollie, I appreciate you.
Oh, she didn't write anything down?
And I think you're an amazing human being.
They're not going to get married.
Your humour has encouraged me to feel light and free.
Oh, she did write it down. Okay.
I want to continue to see you shine. You deserve nothing less than happiness. And I smile looking back at our journey so far.
Lifted me up when I've been down, reassured me when I've been unsure, and guided me when I felt lost. I'm so grateful for you because I know I couldn't have got here with anyone else, and I would choose you again 100 times over. Our story has been nothing short of spectacular, and I can't wait to see where it takes us next.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe he will say yes and she'll say no.
Do you take Ollie to be your husband, to love him, comfort him?
Nope. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you kidding me with that? That's you guys. Oh my God. I'm dying here. I'm dying. Okay. Wow. So they leave us on that cliffhanger. I feel she's definitely going to say no. Ollie was probably going to say no anyway. I wonder if they both felt it coming. That's why they didn't communicate. You know how they do in these shows. Like, they keep us hanging with the editing, and like, I feel like they probably, in their last conversations without us viewing them on camera, they may have realized like they're just better as best friends. And you know what's sad about that? I mean, it's not really sad. It's just, it makes sense because Demi is the girl who's on the football team and most of her friends are guys. And her dad's her best buddy, that I feel like Demi and Ollie will still maintain that friendship. It just may be hard. It might just be hard, though, to do it because they're both going to be back out there and dating. And I don't know if they can maintain that really close friendship and still find somebody else. That's the hard part about this show, is that people get so close, and you become really great friends. And then if you don't say yes at the altar, you kind of need time to process that. And you can't really still, I don't think, be best friends with that person in the interim if you're really trying to figure out what's best for you and why it didn't work out. I feel like Maria and Tom already kind of knew as well. It seems like I really am thinking that Maria had an inkling that this was not going to go down, and that's why she seems so sad in her pickups, even though it was a happy sad. Yes, I don't think she was crying sad tears. I think she was crying tears of happiness in talking about Tom and how much she loved him. But I also think maybe she was emotional because, excuse me, guys, it's been, I don't know what's going on with my body. I think that she was crying because I think she was a little unsure. Maybe deep down, maybe she just like knew, And of course, Steven and Sabrina, we all knew they were going to go there. It's so cute. I'm gonna say right now that Ollie and Demi are not going to make it, and maybe they will be able to make it if they're like, we're just friends. And if they're like, you know what, we were never like fully in love with each other. Because, even then her mom was like, you love him? And she's like, I love him. I don't know if they ever said like, I'm in love with her or I'm in love with him. I don't know if Demi or Ollie ever said that. Which may make it easier for them to move on and kind of still maintain their friendships and still be in each other's lives, which would be a huge gain. I mean, if you can gain a best friend out of the show, better than nothing, right? You guys, this was emotional for me. I think, like, honestly, I'm so sorry if I seemed like out of it or tired. I have been kind of trying to figure out medication for my depression, and it may be hormones too. I can't tell you. Sometimes you just get waves of, and it may be long COVID creeping up again. I had long COVID last winter. Long COVID doesn't really fully go away, but I found certain things that have helped me. But sometimes you just get waves of like this heaviness and this like overall tiredness. So I think that's what I was experiencing in the beginning, where I was like, I couldn't feel like I could really speak. weird, right? I know it. I know it's totally weird, but I'm just sharing this with you because I'm not afraid to share anything that I'm going through, especially if somebody's out there and like, oh, that helps me to know somebody else is going through it. I'm right here with you, man. If you're struggling with, anxiety and depression, and it's nice to see these things of like, people falling in love, and it makes, I don't know, me hopeful, and I think other people hopeful that there is sort of a love out there for all of us. But at the same time, I feel like kind of what Tom was saying, that he's like, I want to make sure that my daughter is raised as like a strong, independent woman. And I'm like, yeah, I'm that person. Like, I still feel like, when I get on a second date with someone that I'm like, oh, I need to contribute. Like maybe the first date they can like pay, but I'm like also with Maria where I'm like, I'm getting too old for this stuff. Like it would be great if I had someone who was more, I want to use the word cavalier, but I mean chivalrous, who's just like, they'll take care of it because they can. That would be amazing. Because I work so hard and like, that'd be so cool to just be taken care of. But you know what? My cats give me so much love. I have 2 black cats. I think you guys know that. They're the best. They're my buddies. And I love watching these shows because it gives me a realistic expectation of relationship. It shows me like how people operate and how I might have operated in the past, and that, yes, this is kind of how it goes. It's not always going to be perfect, and there's always going to be ups and downs. But as you know, when you guys are on like Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and you're going through friend stuff, it's like Insta is all the positives, right? It's like there's not a lot of people who show the negatives, like struggles with their marriage, struggles in a relationship, struggles having kids. Like people don't really talk about that. I think that what is really highlighted on is like marriage, getting married, finding your person. They found their person. And I'm like, that's great. I also just think there are struggles in that. To maintain a long-term relationship is tough, which is what makes this show, I think, really great, because I think they can match people up with a really great match. But at the same time, they are specifically put into an experimental bubble. And once they get out of that bubble and back to like actual real life, stuff changes, especially with the person too. And I just really think, I mean, at least for me, that I would just really have to know how someone operates for like a good year before I could feel comfortable marrying them. But then again, I haven't had this whirlwind of an experience of like falling in love with someone like they have on this show, which is why I'm like, sign me up. Love is Blind USA. I'll do it. I'm so curious to like see if that would work for me. Cause I mean, I would totally do it. I'd be like, let's do it. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's see if I could like make it to the end with someone, especially if like, your perfect match is in one of those pods. How cool would that be? Yeah. I know that was like a mouthful, but I wanted to let you guys know where I'm at and why I might have seemed a little off. Because I love you guys. I share all my stuff with the Terror Troopers. Anywho, what else was I going to say? I think that's it. I feel like I need to get coffee or go immediately to bed. I don't know yet because it's only in the middle of the afternoon and I feel like, it's weird. This happens with me on and off. It's so annoying. I hate it. I'm just like, can't I just be normal? Like just normal and not like feel this heaviness on me. Just come on now, life. Anywho, we'll get through it together. If you guys feel the same thing, it's all going to be okay. Tomorrow's a new day. Don't forget to spread hugs, love, and laughter. You know I love you. Patreon, sign up. You can get full-length reactions on there. Also, please go to rejectnationshop.com and get the Spooky Rejects Halloween fall gear. It's a super awesome t-shirt and sweater that we're selling that I designed. And it has me and Roxy, who's another host on The Real Rejects, on the sweater, along with a bunch of other horror villains. So I would love it if you guys would go to rejectnationshop.com and check it out. I think you'll love it. I know this is like not a love thing. It's a different kind of t-shirt and sweater because I watch a lot of movies and horror stuff on The Real Rejects, but I'm sure that there are some horror or spooky nerds out there who love fall and Halloween as much as I do. I am completely obsessed. It makes me so happy. So I would love it if you would go over there and check it out. And follow me on social media if you haven't already. Find me, say hello. I love you guys for joining me on this journey. Please suggest other reality shows that you think I should be watching. I'd love to hear it. And I think that's it. I'll see you guys on the next one.